Okay, this is 3A Notes Part 2, and I've got a question for you. What do you call an angle that's gotten into a car crash? A rectangle. So, moving on. Angles of elevation and depression. So they give us the second example with a nice image of it. So from the top of a fire tower, a forest ranger sees his partner on the ground at an angle of 40 degrees depression. If the tower is 45 feet in height, how far is the partner from the base of the tower to the nearest tenth of a foot? So remember what I said, that this angle of depression that's really outside of this right triangle. Trig does not going to help us with this angle outside. So instead, I know this angle of elevation, which is down here, is going to be exactly the same. Now I can use my triangle, and if you wish, you can redraw that so you can just see the sides and the angles. So we said this one was 40 inside here. This is X, and this is 45 feet. So with this angle that I'm looking at, I have the opposite and I have the adjacent, which indicates tan. So when I set up my equation, I'm going tan of 40 equals the opposite side over the adjacent side. So X is on the bottom, so this is a divide problem. So to solve for X, I'm just going to take 45 and divide by tan of 40. Okay, you can let the calculator do all of that for you. When you do so, you get 53.6. They said round to the nearest tenth, 53.6 feet. Does that answer make sense? This side being 53 feet? Yes, that is my final answer. So here's an example where they're not putting it as a nice image. They just give you a triangle. And it says the angle of elevation from point A to the top of a hill is 49 degrees. So here's point A. This over here is going to be my hill. Okay, so the top of the hill, the angle of elevation, this one that I'm looking up from, is 49 degrees. If point A is 400 feet from the base, almost every time you see the base, it's going to be down here at the bottom. So point A is 400 feet from the base of the hill. How high is the hill? This is my X. That's what I'm trying to find. So again, with this angle of 49, and this side being X, and this side being 400, that indicates tan. 49 degrees equals opposite over adjacent. To find X, I'm going to do this, the multiplication problem with X on the top. When I multiply 400 times tan, 49, I'm going to get 460.1 feet. Okay, so a couple things. Make sure that you're making sure the answer makes sense and that you're labeling your answer to be appropriate.